Today we're going to test out these 8 weed pulling tools to see which one pulls out weeds the best, which one removes the most dirt, which one removes the most root, and which one is the best one to buy if you're looking to pull a whole bunch of weeds. First, I'm going to show you how they all work. This one I borrowed from my neighbor. It's just like a whole bunch of nails that you, I guess, pinches the weed. And then you can use this to shoot it out. This one's by Garant. It's got this spiral thing, so you put it in the ground, step on it, and then you can twist a whole bunch of times, and when you pull it out, you can easily shoot the weed right out. Similar Gardena one right here. You stab it in, spin 360, and then you can shoot it out. This one's got cool blades, so it really gets in there, makes like a nice clean hole. We got this from Fiskars, which was at Home Depot. It's got like a 3-prong thing that you put in and then lean back, and it ejects the weed like that too. Then we got this one from Costco that my neighbor Rob stands by, which is similar to that one, except when this goes in, it's got this nice grooved part here. So when you lean back against it, it'll pull out like any root that's been chilling there, and you can also eject it. Then on the more chill handheld stuff, we've got this one from Garant, which I guess is just good for getting in there. This one from Gardena, which also seems like it'll get in pretty deep to get around the root. This one, which was $6 at Angus, and it's got this little swivel thing for pulling out weeds, which I've actually found to be very good for clover. Let's start testing them out. Let's start with, pick this weed here, and we'll see if I can get it all. It's gonna leave a nice hole, but it's better than having a weed, right? And now I see how much weed I actually got out. That's a good amount. And then here's the hole. Not too big of a hole. Yeah, that's like full roots. Can't really ask for more than that. So in wet weather, really good job, Gardena. Okay, let's see how much root we got. Pretty much another full length. Yeah, this garnet is great, and you don't need to twist as much because of the self-ratcheting, so we're really liking that. All right, let's try this big one with the garnet. Okay, looks like that one broke off the root and it didn't fully line up, so let's try one more. Let's try this one here. I think this is a double. Okay, let's try this chill one right here. I feel like, yeah, see the full root came with it. Let's snapped off. So still full distance again. Good job, Garnet. Okay, next up we're gonna try this weird one with the, so let's center that on. Let's try this right here. This looks like a nice easy one. I guess we'll do a full twist. And leaves a cone, very small, but I feel like we completely missed the root because I can see it right here. So let's try another one, hope for the best. Okay, this one right here. Let's center it. Pop it out. Okay, so it looks like we're only getting this distance of root, which isn't really good because it probably goes down way deeper. So this one's kind of a fail. Okay, now onto this Fiskars one. This one again doesn't have the groove like my neighbor Rob's, so we're gonna position it right here. Put it all the way in and lean it back. And let's see how much root we got. Oh, okay. Less than the length of the tool. So let's try another one. And it did pull out more than just a nice even hole. So I think that weed's gonna come back. Okay, let's try this nice chill one. How do we have it? We need the ejection all the way back. Let's step on it. And full pull back. Oh, looks like it lost grip and missed the root of the weed, which is actually right here. Okay, let's try again on this one then. Oh, I heard it snap. Let's see, where did it snap? Pretty low compared to where it actually is. So, yeah, I'm giving this Fiskars kind of a fail, and it makes a big nasty hole. I feel like that's something that the Garnet and the Gardena would have easily taken care of. Okay, maybe this is better suited for the really big one. So let's just try this monster. Maybe if I pull faster. Oh, okay. So for the big ones, yeah, that's doing a great job. Okay, let's try another big one. Okay, now we have my neighbor Rob's favorite, the Alterra from Costco. This one's got this big scoop here, so it helps yank everything out. Let's try it on this big one and see if we can get as much root as possible. Oh, definitely a lot more root than the Fiskars. We got the full length of the tool. Let's try some smaller ones and see if that works better. And I think this was like a triple root too. Okay, we found another big one. Let's go to town. Should we pull quick? Oh, yeah, yet again, same length as the tool, which I guess is pretty good for one of the big ones. Let's see if we can find a small weed to pull. Right here, small one, very easy. Push down and lean it back. All right, yeah, another one that's exactly the length of the tool. Now let's move on to some of the hand tools. Okay, we're gonna start off with this Garnet hand tool. And I've had success with this in the past, so we pretty much find this weed here and gotta go straight down and I guess pry it out. We can really put that in deep. And yeah, obviously with this one you're on your hands and knees. But if we can get the full root out, then I guess that's probably a win. Oh, only this much. Okay. And then maybe wedge up on it and pry it out. Not really any more with this than any of the stand-up weeding tools. And definitely a lot more work. Maybe easier to pat down the hole though. All right, let's try the Gardena one. All right, same style. Let's dig around. Maybe we'll make a full border around the whole root. Scoop that up. All right, so we pretty much made a hole like the Gardena and the Garnet stand-up one. And we are getting a lot more root, but not like the full length of the tool, which is still like pretty good. These are pretty thick, so I can see why, you know, they're snapping halfway through. Let's try another one, see how that goes. Maybe we'll try without going all the way around, just one stab in and see what happens. Pulling out a lot of dirt, so we need to do at least like a couple. We don't want to ruin all the grass. And yeah, pretty much I guess the same distance. But this is definitely working better than the Garnet hand tool for these kind of weeds. Okay, last up we got this $6 one I got at Angus, and it's got this curve here. So let's see if that helps us get even more out. So we can't even put it in that deep anyways. So let's put it right here. That's as far as it'll go, and then angle it back. I heard it snap there. Let's see how deep. All right, so that's about the distance of the tool, which isn't that good for getting deep weeds out, but it kind of makes sense. I guess the theory is if the ground is soft enough, this will help you easily angle it out. All right, let's try this little chill one here. Get it in there. Let's go extra deep and then try to pull it out. So much earth moving. I heard it snap. And a little more. Well, it's about the same level of root as the length of the tool, which isn't the best. The hole's a bit messy. Let's try a super big one. So all these, the best ones are the standing ones because you don't have to get on your hands and knees. So these three are disqualified, but they did a pretty good job. This one is trash, so it's out. This one doesn't seem to get the full length of root, so it's out. So it is a tiebreaker between the Gardena, the, what's this one called? The Alterra from Costco, and the Garnet. So we're gonna pull out 3 weeds each, and whichever one seems to do the best job will win. These are our 3 for the Gardena. Almost the full length of the tool, but it does not come to the same length as the one from the Gardena. At the exact same length as the tool. Messy hole, not a nice neat one. And is it longer than the Gardena one? No, but it is close. So yeah, there we have the results. All right, so that concludes my best weed puller test. I would say these 3 hand tools, don't use them because you're gonna hurt your back. But these 2 are about even for weeds, and then this one is actually very good for clover. Now to the real ones. This one my neighbor's got, I think, for 18 bucks. It's pretty trash because it only makes a little triangle, which might be good if you have like the smallest, newest weed. But besides that, don't bother. It pretty much can't pull out anything. The Garant one, this one sells for about $70 Canadian. Pretty good. It's got the ratcheting. It'll make a nice hole. And if you don't want to do the full twists like we did on the Gardena one, I think this one's a better option. It's got good eject and everything, but I don't think it cuts as nicely of a circle. In our tests, it didn't pull out as much weed regularly as the Gardena did. Okay, so the Gardena, I think this is our big winner. It does better in big weeds, small weeds, more consistently pulls out more weed root. The only thing is it doesn't have the ratchet thing, so that might suck if, you know, twisting is bad for your back. But even though, you know, I do some work for Gardena, my buddy whose lawn I went to still thought this one was the best one. This is the one he would take, and this one is about, I think, 80 US, which is a bit pricey, but the consistency was just off the chain for how good this one was. Okay, this Fiskars cost me 50 bucks Canadian at Home Depot. I didn't really like it. Like, this is kind of good for big fat weeds if you let them get out of control, but it just seemed to lose the weed because it doesn't have that groove at the back. And overall, I would say this is like kind of all right. Kind of all right, I don't know. It's nice if you can't twist, but then if you really can't twist, this Alterra one, which my neighbor got for 25 bucks at Costco in Canada a couple years ago, was the best one because it's got this scoop that really pulled a lot of root out. For big ones, this was awesome. For not having to twist, this was awesome. But for small, like manicured lawns and small weeds, this takes a big chunk of grass out, which might be more than you want, but it still manages to get the whole root. So my recommendation, if you can find this one, get it if you don't want to twist. And if you don't mind twisting, get the Gardena one, because this consistently took out more root than the length of the tool and had nicer, neater holes. But if you've got monster weeds, like the biggest weeds ever, you probably want one like this. And if you can't find this one, I guess you can go for the Fiskars one. But I did find it a lot harder to aim with these two. A lot of the times we miss the root, so you do need to get used to your placement. So thanks for watching the first annual Yuri's Weed Puller tool review. If you have a company for gardening and you want to send me your weed puller for the 2024 weed pulling challenge, hit me up, or any other lawn tools. All this gardening stuff is fun. Watch my gardening review videos, got some lawn mowers and stuff like that, and dethatching tools, leaf collecting tools, and hopefully we'll do more gardening stuff. Thanks for watching, guys.